The sun cast a warm glow on the modest house at the end of the street. Inside, a young girl named Sarah sat on the floor, her small hands gripping a worn-out book. Even in the midst of their financial struggles, Sarah's family had managed to instill in her a love for learning. She would spend hours absorbed in the pages, her imagination soaring beyond the confines of their meager surroundings. From a young age, Sarah's curiosity was insatiable. Her eyes would light up with wonder as she asked questions about the world around her. Despite the limited resources at her disposal, she had an unquenchable thirst for knowledge that set her apart. Her parents, who had always believed in the power of education, encouraged her in every way they could. As Sarah grew older, the reality of their financial situation became more evident. The shelves in their home were sparsely filled, and there were days when the only meal on the table was a meager bowl of soup. Yet, Sarah's spirit remained unbroken. She understood the value of every opportunity and the importance of making the most out of what life offered. Her journey to education was a rocky one. Walking to school, she would pass children with new backpacks and shiny shoes, a stark contrast to her own patched bag and worn-out sneakers. Still, she walked with determination, fueled by the belief that knowledge was her way out of their circumstances. High school brought a new set of challenges. While her classmates talked about the latest trends and gadgets, Sarah focused on her studies. She stayed late after school to participate in clubs and activities, not because she had the luxury to do so, but because she understood that these experiences would shape her future. To make ends meet, Sarah took on various part-time jobs after school and during the weekends. She cleaned houses, babysat, and even helped at the local grocery store. The exhaustion was palpable, but she never complained. Every dollar she earned went into a jar labeled dreams, a tangible reminder of the bigger picture she was working towards. The jobs were physically demanding and often left her feeling drained, but Sarah's spirit remained unbreakable. She would come home late, her body aching, and yet she would open her textbooks and continue studying. The flickering candlelight would cast shadows on the pages, but her determination illuminated her path. Despite the hardships, Sarah's eyes never lost their sparkle. She knew that the sacrifices she was making were not just for herself, but for her family and the generations to come. The sacrifices she made were evident to anyone who cared to look. While her peers socialized and went out on weekends, Sarah was often huddled in the corner of a library, poring over textbooks and notes. Late nights blurred into early mornings, and sleep became a luxury she couldn't afford. But she never wavered. Her dreams were her driving force, her North Star in the sea of challenges. Paying for tuition was a constant uphill battle. Sarah watched her savings dwindle with each semester, and the weight of student loans loomed large. There were moments of doubt when she wondered if her efforts were in vain, if the financial strain was too much to bear. But every time those doubts crept in, she would remember her parents' encouragement, the stories of perseverance they had shared, and the legacy she was building. College was a crucible of growth for Sarah. The challenges she faced molded her into a stronger, more resilient individual. As she crossed the threshold of each new semester, she carried with her not just textbooks, but a determination that burned brighter with every obstacle she overcame. After 4 intense years of college, Sarah found herself at a crossroads. Armed with a degree, she was determined to break free from the cycle of financial struggle that had shadowed her family for generations. Her heart was set on a successful career, but the immediate reality was more pressing. She needed to find a job to support herself. Sarah's transition into the workforce was marked by a determination that had become her trademark. Her first job was as a waitress at a bustling diner in the heart of the city. The aroma of sizzling food and the clinking of dishes filled the air as she put on her apron and took her notepad. Challenges were a constant companion. The rude customers who treated her as if she were invisible, the demanding shifts that left her physically drained, and the ever-present weight of her financial responsibilities, all of these factors could have easily broken her spirit. There were nights when she collapsed onto her bed, utterly exhausted, questioning whether her dreams were worth the sacrifices. But Sarah's moments of doubt were fleeting. She had an unshakable belief that her hardships were temporary, that every moment of struggle was paving the way for a better future. The vision of herself in a corner office, making strategic decisions and leading a team, was a beacon of hope that guided her through the darkest nights. With a sense of purpose burning in her heart, Sarah made a bold decision. She would pursue an MBA, a gateway to the world of business and leadership. Despite the challenges she faced as a waitress, she understood that education was her ticket to breaking free from the limitations of her circumstances. As Sarah sat in lecture halls, her eyes shining with a hunger for knowledge, she was in awe of the world that was opening up before her. The discussions about business strategies, market trends, and organizational behavior ignited a fire within her. She felt like she was finally getting a seat at the table where decisions that shaped industries were made. Managing her time effectively became an art form. Every minute was precious, and she learned to make the most out of every spare moment. She would devour textbooks during her breaks at the diner, listen to recorded lectures during her commute, and engage in online discussions with classmates during the late hours of the night. Even in the midst of her academic pursuits, Sarah continued to excel at work. She was promoted to a supervisory role at the diner, a testament to her leadership skills and the work ethic that had become her signature. Her colleagues marveled at her ability to manage her responsibilities with grace, and her professors admired her tenacity. The bustling city skyline stretched before Sarah as she walked into the gleaming glass doors of a prestigious financial firm. The transition from waitressing to becoming a financial analyst had been a journey of transformation, and her heart swelled with pride as she stepped into this new phase of her life. Commitment to her job was unparalleled. Sarah would often arrive at the office before sunrise, her laptop and coffee mug in tow. The early hours provided her with a rare sense of solitude, allowing her to dive into her work without distractions. Her colleagues noticed her dedication and marveled at her ability to dissect even the most intricate financial reports. Sarah's ambition to excel was evident in every project she undertook. Whether it was analyzing market trends, developing investment strategies, or presenting reports to clients, she approached each task with an attention to detail that set her apart. Superiors began to take notice, and Sarah's efforts did not go unnoticed by the higher echelons of the company. She was promoted to more challenging roles, and her influence within the firm grew. Sarah's desk became a hub of activity as colleagues sought her guidance and expertise. She handled her responsibilities with a grace that belied the immense pressure she faced. Despite the roadblocks she had faced along the way, Sarah's reputation continued to soar. The subtle biases that once sought to undermine her were now overshadowed by her undeniable excellence. She gained the respect of her peers and the admiration of those who had doubted her capabilities. Her ascent through the ranks was marked by sleepless nights, strategic decisions, and the unwavering belief that she could overcome any obstacle. Sarah's name became synonymous with success, a beacon of inspiration for those who had faced adversity and a symbol of what could be achieved through perseverance. And then the moment arrived that marked a culmination of years of dedication. Sarah was promoted to the position of vice president. The significance of this achievement wasn't lost on her. She had risen from a waitress working long hours to a powerful executive shaping the trajectory of the company. It was a testament to her journey, her determination, and her refusal to let challenges define her. Sarah's promotion was celebrated not just within the company, but across her wider circle. Her family, who had witnessed her struggles and sacrifices, were overcome with pride. Her colleagues, who had seen her journey firsthand, were inspired by her relentless pursuit of excellence. The young professionals she had mentored along the way looked up to her as a living example of what was possible. As a vice president, Sarah's responsibilities expanded, but her dedication remained unshaken. She used her position to advocate for diversity and inclusion, leveraging her influence to create opportunities for those who had faced barriers similar to hers. Her journey had come full circle, from a young girl who stared at the stars, dreaming of a better life, to a leader who was shaping the stars of tomorrow. Sarah's journey wasn't just about personal achievement. It was a reminder that the path to success was often paved with challenges and setbacks. Her story echoed the sentiment that dreams were attainable through hard work, resilience, and an unwavering belief in oneself. As she continued to thrive in her role, Sarah left an indelible mark on the corporate world, proving that a determined spirit could overcome even the most formidable obstacles. Sarah's office was a reflection of her journey, a space adorned with mementos of her past and reminders of her unwavering determination. Each morning, as she stepped into that space, she was reminded of the young girl who had dreamed of a better life. That dream had become a reality she had shaped through her unyielding resolve. Her story conveyed a powerful message that hard work, perseverance, and self-belief were the keys to achieving one's dreams. Sarah's journey was a testament to the fact that even in the face of adversity, even in the midst of doubt and uncertainty, the human spirit could triumph and create a path to success. As the sun dipped below the horizon, Sarah looked out at the city once more, her heart filled with gratitude for the journey she had undertaken. Her story was a reminder that dreams were not confined by circumstances, that the fire of ambition could burn brighter than the darkest night. And as she continued to pave the way for a brighter future, she knew that her journey was far from over, that there were still horizons waiting to be chased, challenges waiting to be conquered, and dreams waiting to be realized.